quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue.
They got Ngakoue too? My God.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback.
Defense front is loaded.
5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the 1st half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Mike's 59. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And Darnold, he lost the football.
Those O-linemen are so aware of fumbles. It seems like the defensive players never know where it is.
The key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
They got Jamal Adams on special teams.
Receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at.
He's forcing all kinds of fumbles.
Trying to make that play.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Tight end right. Value 3. Value 3. Got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Bravo. 57 to Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's
I haven't done much against this defense.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
We're going to decline that.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
All right, we're going to have to run this ball.
They really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hold on. Check. 14. Hey, zoom.
On 2nd down and 4. Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks.
I saw him grabbing for that ball, and I'm like, dude, you better not.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we watch where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Face mask. Face mask.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike, 57.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Blitz coming and
Whoa.
down he goes.
They got him quick. They
USC
must have been
Trojan
blitzing.
familiar with this place. Leonard Williams. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I can't defend their safety
Gerald
blitz.
Everett.
I can't
It's
defend it.
3rd down.
Or I can't
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better.
I can't beat it.
That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 3rd and long. It's gone.
Watch his slant, watch his slant.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
I'm going to have to I'm going to have to punt it away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good.
That's fine.
Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Jets offense
That's what I wanted.
Backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Left side here, caught by Clay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still in the...
And the Rams got it.
Oh, baby.
Here we go again. Here we go
Big
again.
play.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held
They're going
on to.
for it?
But when you're playing in elements like
Dude.
this, sometimes
I guess they do need 2
those
scores,
ones with
huh?
a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Check 13.
On 4th down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away. It falls incomplete. The Jets
Game
try
over,
it,
baby.
But the 4th down play doesn't work. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
All right. It's going to play very cautious.
So it's Rams football here as we
Run the
get you
ball,
reset.
get a first
And
down.
let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
And
Let's
now
go.
right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal.
It's our time. It's our time.
He'll get it up the middle. And forget about finding a lane.
And that play
He barely had
sucks.
time to look up before he was
Remind me
planted
never to
in the
run that play
backfield.
ever.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley.
He got it.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So Sam Darnold in the offense. down by 11, a minute 40 remaining. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Darnold. And a big loss as he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. On second and a long way to go. Darnold. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? The slim just left town on that.
They're down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he's going to take
He got in again.
For a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second
He got in again.
of the afternoon, and the Rams add on to their lead.
And
All
me,
gas, no
that touchdown
brakes.
allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Footing always a concern, but the extra points
31-13.
and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. To throw is Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, Hail Mary time.
Last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. One last throw now for Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it
Wow,
in.
he caught that.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside
Anyhow,
the 20.
we still won.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Los Angeles, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, this was basically just an exhibition.
I'm really glad I picked up Marcus Davenport. It's turned out to be a really good little player for us. I think we may have the number 1 seed locked up, depending. And if that's so, we're just going to simulate the rest of our season until we get to the playoffs. Let's take a look at the old standings here. Yeah, we've clinched it. We've clinched home field. So now we're just going to simulate these remaining 2 games. Try to get as deep as we can in positions of need. Oh, hell yeah. Jawan Taylor. Simulate the Redskins game. We lost, but I mean, who cares? We already locked up home field, right? Let's do our training again. I was not that happy with the first year go around of the draft, so probably going to think this out more clearly this time around. I might have to write down some names just in case I get a little sidetracked. I want to pick people that don't necessarily fit what we need. Ooh. All right, we went 14-2. We're playing the Bears. Let's do our training once more, and then we'll check all that stuff. All of our end season stuff. Get to look at our stats. Who needs to be upgraded, who won awards, stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, let's look at our upgrades. Taylor Rapp. David Long, our corner, that we've been working on forever. I kind of wish we had worked on him the first year. He now has 79 man coverage, 79 press. All right, now let's look at our end of season stats. Goff was first in the NFL in passing touchdowns. Nice. So he went for 43-15, 4,100 yards, 69% completion percentage. Todd Gurley went for 1,782 yards, 10 touchdowns. Wow, 6.7 a carry. Brandon Cooks went for 1,300. Gerald Everett went for 850. Josh Reynolds turned in a nice little year with 660 yards and 10 touchdowns. Let's take a look at our defense. Number one tackler was Nickel Roby-Coleman. Funny enough, he was all over the field this year. Aaron Donald had 28 sacks. Oh my God. Bukum had 11.5. Fowler had 5.5. Marcus Peters with the 5 picks. Nickel with the 4. John Johnson 3. David Long 2. Wow, Aaron Donald coming in with the MVP-like performance. Our defense was first in the NFL in yardage allowed. Let's see, MVP was Andrew Luck, who was on a 9-7 team. Okay, whatever. I mean, Goff just led the NFL in touchdowns and had the best record, but whatever. Offensive Player of the Year, Aaron Rodgers. Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Gordon. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Harvey Allen. Best QB is Goff. Best running back, oddly enough, is Zeke, who's on a 7-9 ball club. Wide receivers, Brandon Cooks. O-line, a bunch of Eagles. And then Rob Havenstein and Blythe. Defensive line, Aaron Donald. Linebacker, Fred Warner. Followed by Leighton Vander Esch. DB is Desmond Trufant and Avonte Maddox. Best kicker is Kaimi Fairbairn. So that's the end of season stats. Next time, I'm going to cut this stream off. I'm getting a little tired and hungry. We're going to cut the stream off now. Here's our roster as it's currently constructed. And I'm going to be uploading all these parts to YouTube, obviously. So be on the lookout for those. And I will see you all next time, okay? Bye-bye.